Hi, in this episode, we are going to consider the various forms of title in Kenya. For us to discuss this issue, it is important to understand that prior to the current form of land registration, that is the current land laws that we have in Kenya, there were several other land acts and origins that provided for different form of registration in the different form of registries in Kenya. For instance, we had what we call the Government Land Act, or the GLA. We also had that had established a central registry. Then we had one we used to call the CAP 281, or the Registration of Land Act. No, Registration of Titles Act, the Registration of Titles Act that also established a form of registration of different parcels of land, and the end product was that we had different forms of title. You could get a document we call the indenture, which was a form of title for land that was registered, for instance, under the act we call the GLA. We also had documents we call the grant that were also issued under the various old regimes. And then we had a document we used to call a certificate of title, as well as certificate of lease, that have now, all these documents now, it is important to know that they have been consolidated or merged by the land regime in existence, that is the Land Registration Act of 2012. And then the product is that we have two documents, or rather they have been consolidated into certificate of lease, which essentially is a title document that registers the leasehold interest, showing the proprietor and the term of that particular lease, as well as other information which are provided for instance, the acreage. And then we have the certificate of title that registers what we call the freehold land. And the freehold land is one that is whose proprietor has an unlimited term, and there is no limitation as to any form of use. The right of use is unlimited, unlike the leasehold regime.